All right, you got the picture? Good. Everybody get back to work.
Welcome to the Purple Pill Podcast. I'm your host, Robert. That's my co-host, Darren. That's my co-host, LA. How y'all boys doing this week?
Fantastic.
It is officially...
Summertime.
Yeah, warmer.
Summertime.
Just warmer. Man, definitely summertime. I will say that, too. Yeah. No more school buses out, like, early in the
Thank
morning,
God.
nothing like that. Yeah.
I'm tired of almost hitting these kids.
The thing is, for the people that's going back into the office, you officially have no excuse. Because there is no bus behind that you
That's
behind.
fine. Summer school exists.
Yeah, that's true.
Summer
That's
school
very
exists.
true. Man, how you been though, Rob?
I'm kind of sad this morning.
Oh.
It was
You're a
a
LeBron
tough
fan?
night. It was a tough night last night. That's all I gotta say. It was a tough night.
I understand.
Yeah,
We saw a king fall.
but we saw the rise of the book.
Shut up.
We saw the rise of a book.
Shut up.
Look, man, that's the guy.
Hey, they say never judge a book by its cover, don't they?
I'm upset.
That
I'm
boy
leaving
nuts.
the podcast. This is my last podcast with you.
Look, bro, everybody said LeBron lost, but I think as sad as I am as for LeBron, Dame got more of me today.
You think so?
Absolutely, I know it for a fact because at least LeBron can say they won it last year. You feel me? They were supposed to defend their title, and it's cool, but injuries got in their way, and then they just played a rising team who just when they got that last piece, their team just took off. Yeah, their team just took off. So we're gonna see what they're gonna continue to do. And for Dame, it was just one of those like, bruh, you dropped 55 in a game. You forced another game into double overtime. It's the tied for the seventh most points in a playoff game, and he's still getting kicked out of the first round.
He's got to go play with LeBron.
That's 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
You gotta go play with
something
LeBron.
needs to happen, man.
That's what I said. I think you should go play with LeBron.
Fuck it.
I think him, LeBron, and AD would be a problem.
Yeah.
But I also think if somebody went to go play with him, they would still be a problem. For
But they're not
example,
winning.
Kawhi has a
I'm
player.
tired of hearing about Kawhi.
Kawhi has a player option, but he would be a good piece with
Yeah.
Dame. You don't gotta be too clutch. You just gotta come in and play your game because you know Dame is gonna come in and give you 30 games,
He's gonna give
30
you
points in the
40
playoff,
points.
at least. And then you got CJ still there. You got Nurkic, which is there. I heard something like possibly a Karl Anthony Towns or something will be going there.
Cat?
Yeah, I think that'd be a problem.
Oh, wow.
I think that'd be a problem.
Where's he at now?
Minnesota,
He's still at Minnesota.
still in Minnesota, and
That'd be nasty.
yeah, I mean both of them.
And he
kinda-
got the strap low key.
Yeah, bro, and he's athletic. He's an athletic five, like a legit athletic five. I don't know if I asked myself this as soon as I heard that. I was like, is there really a five that can stop Karl Anthony Towns in the West? Like stop him,
A true five?
and a true five that could stop him in the West. I
So
don't.
I
know
don't think
who
that's a fair question, just because there's not that many
He's a
good
boogie player.
centers in the league.
But you just had too many injuries at this point. Just too
I was
many.
just asking
Yeah.
if he's still playing.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, too many injuries.
I don't think there's enough centers in the league. Because if you would have brought it to like big men in general,
Not center. He would eat him alive. Barbecue
You think he
chicken.
would?
Barbecue chicken
Oh,
every
man.
time. And
I can't think of anybody.
there's nobody. The only person that is in the East, and that's Joel Embiid, and that's if he stays healthy up into that meeting. That's how I feel. I don't know if there's another center. And like Rob said, you can say it's not a fair question. It is a fair question. There's centers that play center, and are you enough to stop him? That's the question.
not
It's a fair question. It is a fair question.
There's only a handful of
You have
superstar centers.
competition.
Zingas might be able to contest it.
He hasn't been playing well.
Yeah, but he hasn't
But-
been playing well with the team that he should be playing well with.
Yeah. I'm just thinking height wise, but body wise,
No, there's
I don't
nobody
think I can do that.
athletic.
Oh, you still talking about
enough
Cat?
and that can actually deal with him in the post. Like
DeAndre
both-
Ayton.
That's a battle. I'll give you that. It's a battle. But let me ask you this: the Suns.
Pull him up.
The Suns.
I wanna see him.
The Suns currently. It's the Suns center.
I want to see the stats.
Yeah.
I want to see how tall he is. 6'11", 250. What's Cat at?
He's a legit 7. If I'm right, I'm almost positive. He's a legit 7 foot, 7'1".
6'11".
No.
I'm gonna say 6'11".
What?
They don't
Oh,
put
man,
his
I'm
weight
terrible.
on there.
I can look it up real quick.
Bro, what kind of keyboard do you have? The way you type it?
I'm typing with one hand. That's why.
Uh,
They say 248.
That'd be a battle. That'd be a good battle.
The reason why it'd be I give it to Karl Anthony Towns because he can hit the jump shot.
His wingspan's 7'6". Jesus.
Yeah, he's still a problem.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton's still a
I
problem.
mean-
I like that. I like that answer. But that's the only person I could.
But if he pulls him out
Jokic
the
is
paint, he's
good
gonna
too,
do
but-
it.
Yeah,
If he
that's what I'm
pulls him
saying.
out the paint,
If
though,
he pulls
he
him
will
out the
do it.
paint, it opens up everything for something like a Damian Lillard.
We're just talking about defensively, correct?
In the paint is what we were originally asking.
Yeah, that can hold him. Yeah, I mean in general.
Rudy
that
Gobert.
can hold him. Fair. That's fair. That's fair too. I still think Dame versus Donovan Mitchell. Dame would show Dame, and he still would need one more person. They need two. Like he needs a couple superstars to go to Portland, even if it's just for a year, because they will gel immediately with Dame, and then they just make their run. Or he needs to go to the Lakers. No in between, no ifs, ands, or buts, nothing else. There's nothing else. Nothing else in the West I can see. Where it's like, yeah, if he goes there, they're automatically. Yeah, I don't see it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to really look at this.
No, I already looked.
The
I
Lak-
looked through it. There's
The
nobody
Lakers,
else.
the Lakers is the only fit because everybody else has a point guard or a dominant guard at the. Maybe the Suns after Chris Paul retired. I don't, but that's still waiting for Dame. I don't want to wait for this dude. This dude is too special.
They're talking about the Knicks.
No,
That'd be crazy.
no.
Dame?
They need
I don't
scoring.
want to see him with the Knicks.
They need
I
scoring,
don't-
and they need outside shooting. He gives them
I
both.
don't want to see him with the Knicks. No, I feel like it's taking a step backwards. And I know that sounds crazy, but at least this is the Knicks' first year in the playoffs. Portland's been in the playoffs year after year. Even as an 8 seed last year, they still made it to the playoffs. They was actually like a 10 seed before the bubble started, a 10th or 11th seed. They just got up to the 8th seed. So I don't know, man.
I wonder where my boy Jimmy Buckets gonna go after this shit.
Cancun.
I mean, like a different team.
Hopefully not. I want to see him stay in Miami. I really like Miami's team.
I like him with Miami. They said Kawhi will go to
Miami.
South Beach, yeah, before.
That'd
Look,
be dope.
Kawhi is my own. That's the one I want to go play with Dame. But it makes sense if you go play with.
Go to the Heat.
Yeah, I just feel like I like Bam, but I don't think he can compete with Joel Embiid, or he can kind of compete with Giannis, but Giannis is getting better year by year.
Who?
Giannis,
Who you talking about?
Bam, the center for the Heat. Bam Adebayo.
Adebayo.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Giannis is a cheat code. I'm
Giannis
sorry.
is a cheat code.
Definitely a cheat code.
I don't understand how that boy's that big.
Move like that. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
How tall is Giannis? 8 feet tall? 7 foot?
He's 6'9".
No, he's not.
He's tall.
Yeah,
6'8", 6'9".
I think 6'10". I think 6'10".
6'11".
6'11". Y'all bullshit.
6'11". I thought it was 6'10".
That boy at least 700 feet tall. Look at him. His name. He as tall as his name is long. That's what.
I
is.
totally forgot. It's been so long. I totally forgot he was that tall.
I thought he was 6'10".
I thought he was
How?
7'.
He towers over everybody.
He do got an inch on Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is 6'10". That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Bro, think about these. We was thinking about the picks earlier because we was talking about Michael Porter Jr. He went around the same pick as Giannis around there. It's so crazy, man.
14. Yeah.
There's so much talent in the league, and you can easily find somebody in the middle of the first round, and they could possibly change your organization.
Yeah, but that only happens like
It's
there's only
crazy.
like one of
And
those guys in every draft.
No, it's really not because Michael Porter Jr. just went and he went like 13th overall or something like that, somewhere in the teens, I believe.
But he dropped because of injury.
Giannis
Because of back issues.
Giannis is a 15. Giannis is a 15.
He was foreign and
Who
really
else?
skinny. It's not the most
don't-
blasphemous thing in the world. But
I'm
if
not
you
saying it's not blasphemous. I'm saying your work ethic also separates you, right?
obviously, yeah, true.
It's something about that. I'm not saying every middle round, every draft, there's going to be a guy, but it seems to be because I'm pretty sure Donovan Mitchell was the 18th overall pick or something like that.
I checked. Devin Booker was like 13 or something. But there's only like one. There's only like. But my point is, there's only like one of those guys that happens to fall in the lottery.
We just named like four.
Not in the same draft. That's what I'm saying. Not in the same draft. There's only one of those guys in the lottery.
Jokic. That says Jokic went in the second round as pretty much one of the last picks as a 41th pick. I don't know what that is. Right? I don't know what that equates to. And he changed that organization. And then they got Michael Porter Jr. as a 13th or some round pick. Changed that organization. And then you get Jamal Murray wherever you get him. And
7.
Change your organization. That's
I
all
checked
I'm
it out
saying.
earlier today. It was 7.
Okay, but that's the highest one, 7. You built your team off of a second round pick and the mid-team first round.
I wouldn't put Michael Porter Jr. in that same category just from the standpoint he fell because people were concerned about his back.
I understand what you're saying, but he's changing that organization. That's my.
We
whole
all
point.
knew he was going to be a superstar and that he's easily a top 5 pick.
You know
But
what?
Niggas were just.
They actually said before we move on to the next topic,
Mhm.
I feel like we just got carried away on the NBA.
No. I always forget y'all.
Who's the logo? Jerry West. Jerry West. He had 2 picks that draft for the Clippers. I forgot who he took, but he left Michael Porter Jr. there. Right now, with the way they look, the Clippers. Tell me, dropping Michael Porter Jr. in with Paul George and Kawhi, they would still need a point guard. But tell me that's not a legit scoring problem officially.
They're coming out the West.
It would be a problem. But my fault. Jerry West might have messed that one up. Might have. I don't know. I forgot who he picked in front of.
All right. I forgot a video to tell y'all about in our pre-meeting. I found a card chase for us. That I think will be really good.
I love card chase.
I'm ready for this one.
That's why I found it. Give me 1 second here.
Oh, this shit is wild.
Yeah.
Have you seen this one before?
Yeah, but still wild.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Oh,
I watch a lot of these, Rob.
Word.
I watch a lot of these.
I thought I'd get you with this one.
The Hobie Caps chill though. Oh man.
So
This
for
is my
anybody
biggest fear.
that's not watching, basically this video is of a a Brinks truck driver.
Yeah.
Something like that overseas though.
Yeah, they're overseas, probably Europe or something.
They both have Kevlar body armor over the chest. They're seat belted in to the van that transports money, like a Brinks truck. And it's the dash cam that we are watching.
Yeah. So you can see into the cabin, I would say.
They're driving on the right side steering wheel.
I think this was in South
Somewhere
Africa.
in
Don't
the-
quote me. I thought it was South Africa.
Yeah, something like
Don't
that.
quote me on that. It could have been Europe. I don't know.
Just mind his business. Still driving. It's 10:25 a.m. Cars are flying past them. Would you do this job?
No.
Hell no.
Would you transport hundreds of millions of dollars for people?
Oh, gunshots.
Woo! The glass is shattered.
All right, the
But
black
not
dude
broken.
pulled his gun out.
Pulled out a AR.
Put out a handgun.
With a
then
scope?
AR, yeah. They were 100% ready though. I will say that.
This guy is a middle-aged white man, graying with glasses. He is avoiding capture He's driving on the side of the road. The gun is now fully cocked and loaded.
This must be like the scariest moment.
There's what, like 2 cars chasing him?
I would assume
There was
so.
definitely one because one guy they were shooting out the car.
I think there's at least 2 though.
Now he's driving on the curb. He's back on the road. And this is a stick. Like he's doing this in stick shit.
That's why, yeah, I noticed that. He got my respect because automatic.
Yeah, see that black dude's face? He's terrified. That'd be me.
But he's strapped though.
He is
I think
strapped,
he
but
was
still
ready.
terrified.
I think he was just ready.
That's a terrible position to be in now. Now you can't take your seatbelt off, or else you have to not hold the strap.
They're gonna shoot. They're gonna fucking shoot.
Damn, I didn't even think of that because you got both guns in your hand.
You see what he said? They're gonna fucking shoot you. They're gonna fucking shoot you.
Mm-hmm. And now he's out.
Find Robbie. Find Robbie. Find Josh. Ask him where they are.
All right, so I think they're calling somebody now. They'll let them know what's going on. Let them know the situation. Thank God they have bulletproof glass.
Oh yeah. They got rear-ended. He's getting out of there.
Fucking shooting.
Do they not have cops?
I have no idea. It's possible that the
Oh, they're
cops
stuck.
wasn't-
He's stuck. Now it's go time.
Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah.
Now you just gotta hold it down till your backup comes at that point.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
to answer that question of would I do that job, no. Because there's also times that there's nothing in the car and you're just driving as a decoy or you're driving to go pick up something and the people still start shooting at me, I have a problem. I'll be very upset.
You're in the safest place for that to happen, though. Bulletproof everything.
In the sense that you're in a
If
for
you're
a
gonna
car-
get shot at in
for
a
a-
car,
for a
you
car,
want to be
yes.
doing that job.
For a car, yes, but you're still getting shot at while you're in a car.
If you're gonna get shot at in the car, wouldn't you want to be in that car?
I wouldn't want to be driving. I'll be the first person sitting there in the passenger seat, ready for war.
With it sawed off.
I'll be sitting there ready, like, look, keep this bitch on the road. Where they coming from? Where they coming from?
You gonna turn the Terminator? I'm gonna tell you.
Like, I'm not gonna roll down the window or nothing, but if they do rear end this, I'm going right out this door, gun blazing. Here's yours.
They can have this money. You can have this money, but
I
they
think
don't pay me enough.
I think they actually
mean-
get in trouble for that because I know Brinks Truck drivers. If somebody approaches them, even like if it's a friend or family member, they have to pull their gun on them.
I respect that.
Have to.
I think they have to. It's like
Like it's in your job description.
yeah, I think it's like a legal thing, like with the government. Like you'll get in like a lot of trouble.
Bro. Speaking
Like,
of,
if I'm leaving the bank and there's a guy in the Brinks uniform and I open the door for him, I'm like, have a good day. He has to pull his gun on me.
No. If you walk up to the guy, it'd be like, let's say Darren works for Brinks, and you walk up on Darren like, hey Darren, what's up, bro? You trying to record the podcast today? Hey, bro, I need you to back up. I got this. I'm taking this money in. Nah, bro, it's just me. It's L.A. Then Darren has to pull it on you, and say, hey, bro, I need you to back up, or I'm gonna have to shoot you. I know
No,
you're my friend, but I'll have to shoot you.
Today's your last day on podcast.
that would be the day. That would be the day.
I'm kicking you off your own goddamn podcast.
I try to show up. People like, "What you doing here?" Like, I just hear it through the ring door. What you doing here?
You pulled a blicky on me. You gotta go. That's wild. I did not know that.
Oh man, yeah, that's nuts. I did not know that as well. That's nuts.
Yeah,
I
they
understand.
have really tough jobs, but I think they get paid like really fucking well. So
Yeah, but
Where do they take all the money?
just to other banks and other safe holdings, right?
it's just transporting money,
Like, to where?
maybe from
I
like
was
one
gonna
bank
say,
to another, or maybe from like one government deposit to another. I don't know. It's just
But
moving
what I'm
money
saying,
around.
though, is, let's say we're in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere random. It's a decent sized city. There's 100 banks. There's 1,000
I got you.
ATMs. Grocery
I got an
stores. Like,
example.
where does the money? Is there a central hub the money goes to? or is it just evenly dispersed and continuously moving around these things?
That's what I would say. I would say the second one. Besides the Federal Reserve.
Okay. An armored bank. Hold on. Let me talk. An armored bank truck guard transports cash. SecurityGuardLicense.org says this typically involves picking up cash from businesses or government offices and taking it safely to the bank. It can also include visiting ATMs and resupplying them with cash for customers to withdraw.
Yeah, that would be. I understand.
So
why.
you know, like when you're whatever at like a Kroger or like a business, they have all that money and they got to put the money away in like a drawer, locked up. So basically, the Brinks driver comes, gets like all that money, and they transport it instead of having like one person try to transfer it by themselves.
You want to know what the real question is? Is who's accountable for it if they do get jacked for it while they're driving? Because the business still says, "Hey, we're not.
We gave you $1 million. We need our money back."
Hey, we gave y'all this amount of money. Like, that's. I'm sure it's
Brinks,
probably written down in the
You
contract.
gotta get an insurance. It's $100 insurance.
I can see that.
$100 a trip.
Yeah.
2-year contract. Has anyone successfully robbed? Is this what you searched?
No, I said who's accountable if a brink truck is.
I was about to close my laptop.
It's like September 12th, 1997. 6 men robbed a Dunbar armed facility on Mateo Saint
Mateo Street.
in downtown Los Angeles. Oh, you brave.
18.9.
They got away with it.
35-30 today.
Wonder if they got away with it. Oh
That's
yeah, it
30
says
million.
successfully. Shit.
They did it.
Yeah. Hey. Look, I don't know if I should say congratulations or no.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I mean, it's impressive at the end of the day. Yeah. Look, if
They
somebody.
didn't have Siri back then.
I was about to say, if somebody does it in today's technology,
They're done.
oh, you are 100%.
Hot.
And if you get away with it, oh, I'll be the first
Hats
person.
off.
I'll be the first person to be like, you know what? That was impressive. That's impressive.
Have you? I watch a lot of YouTube. There's a YouTube guy. If you search it, it's called. It's like reviewing movie heists with a professional.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You seen that?
Yeah. Not
that
that
shit
exact
was
episode, but I know what you're talking about.
It's like How's It Done or something.
Yeah.
Or
Gotcha.
Watch It Be Done.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to watch it.
I think I've seen it for a doctor before.
But like this dude was describing the logistics of like robbing different banks in movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of them was about the Brinks truck, and he's like, I wouldn't go for it. It's kind of messy.
Yeah.
So
Because
Think about it.
you think about it, if you get like in the truck, you're gonna have to kill the drivers.
No choice.
Yeah.
You have to.
Now you're a murderer.
Yeah.
And that's before the second they realize they're under attack, you gotta understand they got a walkie-talkie, they got cell phones, they can immediately be like, yo,
That truck's
we're
got
on
GPS.
this, we're under attack, you know where we're at.
Do you know how heavy money is?
Help. Oh yeah, bro.
Like, can you imagine lifting
Yeah.
$1 million in 20s?
Nah.
20s, 10s, 5s, and 100s? Hell no.
I mean, for your life, I'll probably be on the move though. Like, it's your life, you gotta be on the move. You can't just be
You
like,
just gotta be like, which one
oh,
of
this
these
is
bags
heavy.
which?
No, you gotta be like, go, this is heavy, go.
And like, all those bills aren't like serial numbers accounted for. So like, if you even spend them, don't know. Can't put it in the bank. Can't buy nothing of value. If it's just cash.
That's why you get off the grid.
Now you gotta store it somewhere.
That's why you get off the grid. You get
Then
it.
you gotta keep going.
You figure
back
out how to
get
get
cash.
it. Look, we gotta stop doing this. We always tell people how to get away with it. You get it in
You tell
Bitcoin.
'em.
You get it in Bitcoin, and then you move to like a different
Can
country
you turn
where,
cash into Bitcoin?
where there's no
you can.
extradition.
How? They have ATMs for Bitcoin?
No, you
There's
said
people.
if you use Coinbase, you could just buy it off there.
Cash is what I said, sir.
Yeah, that's
If
cash.
If you robbed a Brinks truck, how would you then turn that physical hard cash into?
There's a movie that you should watch. 21 Bridges. 21 Bridges.
I've been
That's a
meaning to
really
watch
good
it.
movie. That's a
That's
really
a
good
good
movie.
movie.
I
And
love that
There's
movie.
a part of it
I fell
that
asleep.
there's a part of it that where they go through a spot where they have to claim the money, and it kind
But
of.
my question, without ruining a movie I'm going to see eventually,
Mm-hmm.
how do you take this $20 bill I have in my hand and make it?
You might
into
have to go on the
digital
dark
money?
web, honestly. That's the only thing I can think of.
You got to go to somebody who's
Got some and we'll take the cash.
yeah, like let's say if I got
That's a good idea.
let's say if I got $1 million in Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
$1 million in some type of all right, bet. Give it here.
I got $1 million in cash, bro.
Here you go. Here's
Charge a little
the
transaction
flash.
fee.
Here's the flash drive. Yeah, here's the flash drive here. Boom, boom, boom. You might get charged like 20,000 for the transactional fee or for something like that, but that's when you take the money out. Get out my house.
Wow.
That's what I mean. That's the way I would look at it, right?
And now the money's untraceable and you can do whatever.
No, the money's still traceable. That fool got it though.
The money's still traceable.
It's his job to figure out how to clean it, man. I don't know how the people
That's
clean
crazy.
money.
What's the best way?
Dry
to clean
cleaners.
Why do
Like
people-
running a dry cleaner?
Dry cleaners.
I don't understand.
Like
that,
running
though.
a dry cleaner?
No, like a dry cleaners.
I don't get what
Like
that has
put
to
your
do with
money
it.
in the dry cleaner?
No, not a little. Like having like a business.
That's what I
That's
said.
what he
Start
said.
a dry cleaner?
Start- yeah.
Or-
That's
Oh,
what
I
he
thought
said.
you literally meant physically put it in the dry cleaner. No.
That's why I asked
No.
second.
He asked
'cause
that
you said
second
no.
because you said no to the first one. But
I
when you
mean,
play it back,
yeah,
you go.
if you get a dry cleaner, car wash, or
Strip
like
club.
strip club's too messy. Drive through.
You watch too much P Valley.
If you get like a corner store drive through, you're a millionaire. If you get all three, they're turnkeys. You don't
Yeah.
have to do anything. You pay people minimum wage,
Gas stations.
maybe a little bit more. Sell Cheerios all fucking night if you want to.
Yeah.
You'll make a killing, 100% markup.
Yeah, you
I
start
bought
with
this for $1.25. You can get a box of 20 for $8 at Costco.
100%.
100% profit.
100%. Yeah.
I make a killing off fucking Sunny D's and
Retail. Yeah.
legal drug dealing.
Yeah. And you just cleaning money too.
You can just LA came and bought 40 Sunny D's today for some reason. So we have $8,000 in cash.
Looks like the soccer moms wanted more Sunny D's because it looks like it's soccer season for their son. So they bought the whole shipment.
Like a car wash. Who's gonna tell you
Right.
how many people came through to your car wash? You can't tell me shit.
True. That's true. That's very true.
A lot of people came.
Yeah, and then that's not even include if you sell like the little trees that you put in your car that smell innocent.
The incense.
Yeah, the car fresh
Yeah,
car
yeah.
fresheners, and then other stuff that you just would possibly sell.
Random
the stuff to clean your tires, anything. Yeah, there's
Loose
just
cigarettes.
oh yeah,
$1 a pop, 2 for 50 or 2
Boom.
for $1.
boom. So we was talking about the drive-throughs, which is I know a lot of people don't know what a drive-through is because I think it's
Quickie Mart.
Is it just in Ohio?
I've had drive-throughs in Baltimore.
You seen? So maybe it's just an East Coast thing because they don't know what it is out west, and I'm
They
pretty
don't
Really?
have
sure.
drive-throughs?
I don't think they're down south either.
I don't know.
They don't have those down there?
I'm pretty sure not. I'm pretty sure.
Anyway.
You can get anything in those mugs too.
Imagine
Yeah.
a car wash without the water, but instead when you get in the car wash, you can buy shit from the guy who you talk to.
Exactly.
That's what a drive-through is.
It's like a convenience store that you don't got to stop your car.
Yeah,
And you
pretty
don't
much.
have to wear a mask.
Yeah, you don't have to wear. Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, true.
Don't have
You
to wear
just
a
you
mask.
just pull up. Hey, let me get some Grippos. Let me get some of this.
That's
She
exactly
told me to
what you
get her
do.
that. I want that. Bet how much is that going to be? Bet here you go.
And you pay
just
cash. You don't
drive-
give them
you
your
continue-
debit card.
You continue
If you
driving.
do that, you're an idiot.
Yeah, or you use a credit card. You don't yeah.
Zero liability.
Zero liability. That's
Fraud
we
is
will,
happening.
We will always preach that here. Zero liability.
100%.
Yes.
What do they call them? I think they're called gazebos. No, bodegas.
Yeah. In
Yeah,
New York.
like,
Yeah.
where you can just walk in one side, come out the other. It's like a
Yeah.
drive-through.
Yeah. Well, I've
So
never
it's
been to a
simple.
bodega. Sounds dope.
I mean, if I'm picturing what I'm remembering right, because I'm pretty sure we walked in one side, and as we walked through, what was that? The Chinese restaurant.
It's probably
I
a
wonder-
Chinese restaurant. Because a
Wait,
bodega
was
is
it-
just
where
like a
was
little
this at?
mini grocery store.
Because
Where was
we
this at?
bought shit.
Where was this at?
Was in New York. Like
Yeah,
New York, New
look.
York.
So I was going to ask, do you think New Yorkers, because we in Ohio, we just 2 states over from New York, but we don't know what a
Are we?
bodega is. Like our normal
Google a
terminology,
bodega.
we don't know what a bodega is.
Called
Like,
a
I don't
corner
know.
store.
I just, yeah, that's why I assume it's just a corner store. That's what I
That's basically what it is. But they have like more shit. Niggas buy socks, underwear there. They be
You
getting
can
they
buy
go
that
to the
in
deli.
drive-thru. There's no
Yeah.
deli in the
Yeah,
drive-thru.
that's
There's no
different.
deli.
Yeah, that's
You
different.
can buy Grippos.
That's like
You can buy Hot Pockets.
Get hot
Pockets.
sandwiches and shit.
They don't have hot sandwiches.
yeah.
That's like
I
Speedway.
guess they do.
That
I-
sounds
uh,
that sounds very cool for a city type thing. I feel like if you don't live in a city though, I feel like that's too much for one corner store to have if you don't live in one city.
But
Does
I
that
mean,
make sense?
The drive-through that's closer to campus. Which one am I thinking of?
I feel like I know.
Was it on High Street? I don't remember.
Mm,
But
I feel like it is.
they have the Euro dudes used to be outside, so it was one-stop shop. You pull up, you order your Euro, you get back in your car, you go through the driveway,
It'd be ready for you.
you do what you gotta do in your car. When you're done, you go back to the Euro man, you pay with the change you just got, and you good. You good.
That's pretty dope.
Nothing else you gotta do.
Yeah, that's pretty chill.
And you got you a Gatorade for half price because he was about to sell it to you for $2.50. You got it from him for $1.50. You know, give him an extra $1. That way, he don't feel gypped that at 3 a.m. you hear drunk, and he don't get nothing from you.
Yeah, that's true. Especially when you know you need it. You need that Gatorade at 3 a.m.
Man,
Facts.
Oh, that's funny.
you and your Uber about to be confused.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's
All
get
right.
into.
So I have another video for us. This one's a little bit more serious. So as of right now, North Korea is being accused of forcing orphans into labor camps. According to North Korea's propaganda, they're saying that the orphans volunteered to be in these camps. I was like, what? So I wanted to look into this a little bit.
State media is also claiming that hundreds of North Korean orphans are voluntarily
What's wrong with
working
her
on
mouth?
farms and in coal mines after just graduating from middle school. The regime
What
calls
did you
it
Yeah, why'd you point that shit out?
She look like Jack Skeleton right here. Like, what's going
I was
on?
looking down. I was like, "Yo, what are you talking about?"
Is she cool? Is she the normal news person?
I don't know.
No one else has seen that shit?
She probably just had plastic surgery or something. That's what it looked like. White women don't age well.
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Sorry, Barbara.
Oh
service to
man.
the nation. But as well,
I didn't mean no
it's
disrespect. I was
actually
just-
state-sanctioned
He
abuse.
was legitimately concerned about your mouth.
What was wrong with it?
Answering the call of duty from their supreme leader, Kim Jong-un.
Who's this guy?
North Korea's
The dictator of
orphan
North Korea.
children in pressed uniforms, flowery wreaths, racing to work at coal mines and farms.
You can't determine their exact age, but they look quite young and they look like middle school students is accurate.
Have we ever seen students that young doing this kind of work in North Korea?
This one is a little bit different because of just how young they appear on camera. We can see it with our own eyes how young these children are.
North Korean propaganda praises these so-called child volunteers.
How widespread is this, and how young are the children that are volunteering to work?
I imagine happens to almost all children that do not come from privileged backgrounds or have money to pay instead of working. Child labor is a very serious problem, but the sad reality for North Korea is that it's quite common.
North Korea denies allegations of forced child labor. Just last week, its foreign ministry accused developed countries of exploiting children. State media says these orphans are eager to show their loyalty, to fulfill their oath to repay the ruling Workers' Party and the leader they call father.
And that's how they repay the love of the party is to go to the coal mines and repay that debt.
The mines have horrible conditions, and there's constant accidents.
On my trips to North Korea, orphans told me heartbreaking stories. Some lost their parents to industrial accidents, others to starvation during the North Korean famine of the late 1990s.
이루는 줄은 난 잘 모릅니다.
My parents died a long time ago. I was so young. Zhang Zhonghua told me in 2015. At the time, she was barely out of school, working full-time, caring for 7 other orphans. Zhang said she hoped they would grow up strong to serve the nation.
우리나라는
Our country is one big family, she said. In North Korea, country always comes first, even if it means a childhood of hard labor. Will Ripley, CNN, Taipei.
So are they volunteering?
No, it's North Korea propaganda.
But what did she just say? She just said she wanted them to work and be strong and serve the country, right?
Yeah, but you gotta remember that's on they put that on national TV. If she got caught bad mouthing the dictator like that, they would kill her immediately, and probably kill everybody that she knows and loves.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Because you notice like how they had they have a bunch of different rules. They're not they have a statue of him. They're not allowed to look it in the face. They either have to like bow to it or something. But I just know they're not allowed to look it in the face because it's considered disrespectful.
Damn.
There's a bunch of different shit that's going on over there. That's just like sketchy as fuck, and it's been going on for years, obviously.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I'm not surprised.
Is this why we don't like them as a country?
Well, we don't. That's one reason, but they also be talking that shit like they bout it. They ain't about it.
They try.
They be talking that yang.
They be talking that shit. They don't like Americans. They definitely don't like Americans.
Nobody
they talk shit
likes
about
Americans
right?
for some reason, and I get it, but I don't get it.
Americans don't
it's
like
different than North Korea.
That's the thing.
Korea.
That's why I don't like white people. That's why I don't get why people don't like Americans.
It's different in
I
North
understand.
Korea.
We just live here.
It's different in North Korea because they're told not to like Americans and why they shouldn't like Americans. The other countries actually have somewhat of a formed opinion, that have the free will to say what they think about Americans. They're brainwashed to think that about Americans. That's a difference.
Can they not leave?
No.
They're forcing them to stay there.
North Korea's a heart. I would assume North Korea.
Like people just can't leave.
I would just assume that North Korea is a hard place.
So if they're like, hey, I'm gonna go visit my cousin in this other country, they can't do that.
No.
I would just assume that North Korea is a hard
what?
country to leave.
Unless they're like really rich, or they know somebody that's like part of the dictatorship. They have a high friend. They're not leaving the country.
So they couldn't go to
I don't know
Disneyland.
this.
They couldn't go.
I don't know this for a fact. I just want to put this out there. I don't know this for a fact. Don't have.
So
me
do you
out
know
there
about the
putting
North Korea
all
South Korea
propaganda
border?
out there for North Korea? You said what?
You know about the North Korea South Korea border?
No.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I'm good on that.
Yeah, they're not allowed to leave.
They're not cool. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That's how you can sum it up. They're not cool.
They're
not
I don't
cool.
know that much of it. It's around the world for me. My mother told me out of sight, out of mind. So.
Yeah. But it's so
I don't
weird,
know.
man. You can't really say out of sight, out of mind, because everything affects you if it's out of sight sometimes.
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying it's the right way to go about it. I'm saying I don't know about it.
Sure. In this situation, I don't know. There's
That's wild though.
I'm just not
kids.
surprised. Those are kids. I would rather work on the farm than the coal.
Does the United Nations not know about this? Like,
So,
is there nothing that can be done?
What can we? Never
North
mind,
Korea is an independent country unassociated with the United Nations. I think they made a deal or a pact with the United Nations. Basically, if you don't mess with us, we won't mess with you. That type of thing. So they kind of left them to do their own thing.
That's cute.
So,
could you imagine somebody like?
Where do they get their shit from? Don't they buy shit from around the world? Raise the prices up until they fix their shit. Then bring it back down.
I don't know how they generate money.
You'll just be forced to starvation and stuff in their own country.
So they'll just let all their people die.
And they'll let American,
that's what. So
they'll
honestly,
let it know
right
that
now,
it's America, not the United Nations. They'll say it's America that made y'all people die. There's propaganda, bro.
That's
if you can get people to believe
crazy.
something, you're good.
But it's not. Oh, they don't. They probably don't have the internet.
They do.
Oh no.
Well,
I mean they do, but it's
it's their internet.
on
They're
social media and
controlling
stuff.
it.
Yeah, I was about to say no.
What
They
do you
don't
call
share
it?
stuff with the rest of the world internet. Let's put it like that. Yeah.
It's super
That's locked
censored.
up.
They know everything that goes up there. It's just more. It's just another way to produce propaganda in theory.
Yeah.
They even it's so bad. They have like they built grocery stores, kind of like American grocery stores, to make it look like they are feeding their people. But there's a big starvation problem there too. Like
Is
the
that
dude said,
for
if you're
sure?
not
I
rich,
saw that in the movie. I didn't know that was real. I thought that was just in the movie.
no, that was
The
based on a real
interview.
thing. You
That's
talking about
hilarious.
the
I mean, that's not
Seth
hilarious,
Rogen
but
movie?
that is.
You're
Yeah,
talking
the
about the Seth
interview.
Rogen movie,
Yeah,
right?
the interview is hilarious, but
I thought that was a joke.
I thought that
I didn't know it was that
No,
real.
well,
with the
they were
fat kid,
making-
with the fat kid with the lollipop. I was like, oh yeah, that's funny. That's and then
They were making a joke. It was a joke, but that's how North Korea really is. It's really bad.
I don't know.
They were just
man.
making fun of it.
Look, one thing I can say though, I don't know if we really know what North Korea is like. We assume it and we would guess it, but in reality, I've never seen no interview where people walk through North Korea.
So hold on, Darren. Stop right there. There's a whole documentary we had to watch it in high school of this group of journalists. They went to North Korea to do like a little documentary about it and film it. It's you should watch it. It's really fucking good. I think it's less than an hour.
I like documentaries.
I'll watch it. Yeah,
It's really good. I
I
forget what it's called though. It's really good.
I would, but I don't know, man. I'll never just take the word until I actually get to see it in some type of form. So yeah, I would.
I mean,
but North Korea, this is not new. North Korea has been like this. His dad was like just as bad.
I'm not surprised.
It's been like this.
I'm not surprised. That's what my first comment was.
so how did South
Remember
Korea
when they
become
threatened
a
us like 2 years ago?
Were they once just Korea?
That's actually a good question.
Are you talking about the
how
Korean
did
War?
those two countries form? That's
And why didn't the people just go from there down there if they were dying?
No, they escaped. They escaped. They tried to escape to South Korea. Some people try to escape to China. The thing is, if you get caught escaping, they're going to kill you. And not only kill you, they're going to kill your whole family.
Why not just let them go? Let them go. Why do you have to kill them? What is the point?
Man, I don't know, man.
That's where I just like if people were there and they're like, yeah, we're gonna be crazy, and they wanted to stay there, by all means. But like if I was like, hey, I don't want to be crazy, guys, I'm a dip.
And this country's letting me go over there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go.
Yeah.
Over there. Yeah.
Like what? You will have
bro.
no issues because everybody wants to be crazy with you.
That's how dictatorships are.
Yeah,
That's
I think you just identified what the problem is.
So, LA, let me ask you this. LA, let me ask you this. Let's play a little bit devil's advocate. Let's say you're a dictator.
Okay.
And you want to control the people and control the population and their thoughts.
Okay.
If you just let people have free will to leave and come as they please, everybody's going to leave.
You can do whatever you want.
If you threaten
you have to
people,
follow my rules.
That's one of their rules. That's my point.
But
it's a dictatorship.
That's
Whatever he
something.
says goes. It doesn't matter. If he says
would
you
you-
gotta brush your teeth with your toes, they're gonna have to do that.
Okay, and that's fine. Like if I tell you
That's
to
not
do things, I get that. But what I'm saying though is, as if I had a dictatorship, and I wanted people to be in line, the people who would cause me problems, the people who would speak out against me, the people who I would have to exert energy to kill, just let them go.
So here's what
Just
I would
don't
say.
come back.
Well, here's the problem with that.
They'll just revolt.
No. Yeah. So
They can revolt, but if you come
You don't
back,
want them to revolt.
No.
It's a
You don't want
problem.
that.
No, it's not that.
What do you mean? Who's gonna revolt?
You got to control those people.
No.
You don't want them to
I don't have
exert.
to control shit.
Let me
They're
get
not
this.
in
Let
my
me
country.
break this down.
I already control the internet. I control the TV.
Let me break this
you
down.
have no way of
Let me break this
communicating.
down.
I won.
Let me break this down. Let's say you got your mom, your aunts, right? And you decide to leave. You decide to leave, and then you see it really getting worse and worse. The internet comes about, and then you're like, oh, they pretty much cut off all communication. I can't really even talk to them all like that, right?
Yeah.
And if I do it, everything is being looked over before it's given to them, right? to the normal person, if they're not able to communicate with their mom after that, not to know when she passed or anything like that, anybody, not just mom, your kids, anybody that got left over, you don't want to let somebody know it's bad, it's getting worse, and my family is over there, because eventually they will revolt. They will.
Well,
And
that's what I'm saying.
No.
They can leave.
No.
If you left and you're worried about your mom, let your mom leave. Go ahead.
Dog, if they revolt, they're not coming. No, you're not listening.
Why are you revolting?
They're not.
If you can leave. That's what I'm saying. There would be no need for a revolt if I let you leave. The people who stay want to stay, right? That's fine. If you want to leave, leave. Just don't come back, because I'll kill you on sight.
So I can't come get my elderly person out.
She can leave, and if you want to leave and you want to leave with her, by all means,
But
leave one time.
You can't come back. That's
LA,
don't
you're not
come
gonna,
back.
by that standpoint, you're not gonna have a dictatorship, bro. Everybody's gonna leave.
Yeah, that's not a dictatorship, or at least it's not a powerful one.
The people who there have to be some people who believe in him for him to keep in control of this
That's
power,
because he
right?
propagandized, or it's fear. It's not belief. It's fear.
So
fear and belief are two. I mean, same
so,
thing. But not.
Okay, they fear him because he can kill. But I will still free face. We are playing devil's advocate.
We are.
I'm not a murderer.
That's what we are doing.
If I was a dictator,
yeah,
and I'm running this country, right? Yeah. Let's say everybody now has to only wear blue. If you live in this country, you wear blue. End of discussion.
Gotcha.
If you don't want to wear blue, get the fuck out. Because
Damn.
after 2 days from now, if you're not wearing blue, you're dead. That's how it's said. You have 2 days now.
That's not
right.
Enough. That's not enough time.
I don't give a damn. It's not enough time. I'm a dictator. Okay.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's say you have
Right, his
a year.
dictatorship's getting a little bit better.
Let's say I give you a week.
I'm selling all the denim jeans to this country. That's what.
Whatever time it takes.
Go ahead.
If you want to leave, that's fine. In the same time, we're only eating rice and beans. Where I'm only allowed to have dogs. Everybody else has cats. Like these dumb rules, whatever. If you don't like it, leave. Now the people who stay, obviously either rock with what bullshit I'm saying, or have money invested or whatever. They want me to succeed.
Okay, no.
So I will be running these people who want me to succeed.
So here's the problem with a dictator, in the sense of what a dictatorship is compared to what our system is. You're always there. Like, you're always going to be that person until you die, right?
Correct.
Let's say the times are changing. Times always change, right? We've seen it in the technology boom that we live in. If you decide to cut off certain things and those people still decide not to leave, you're going to keep dwindling because people are going to not believe you, because they're going to see the rest of the world changing. And if you're not willing to change with the rest of the world, you're going to get left behind.
Everything's still the same. I'm still controlling the internet, the TV, the propaganda. They're not seeing the outside world.
Okay, so what happens? No, hold up. No, I got this. What happens when Elon Musk get the Neuralink and you're in control of the Neuralink? There's going to be people who will be like, no, I don't want my dictator running my thoughts, because
how
the second
will they know about the Neuralink?
So Darren,
I control the media.
Hold on, Darren. So to base it off your point that you made before, you made a really good point about times changing and technology advancing. Mm-hmm. They're like about, I think, 20 to 25 years behind us technology-wise.
I control that shit. I've got the new iPhone.
You're not even understanding them. They're so behind that when he said that they talk crazy about America, we know that they're talking crazy because our stuff is just more advanced than theirs. That's like, it's just crazy. It is crazy talk. Just to say, it's like, yo, we know that missile is not getting past the ocean. It's not getting close to us. Right now, anyway. Right?
So I don't understand.
I agree with you. I agree with you. No, it's a possible thing. But all we're saying is eventually people will keep on leaving. And you say, let them go. And that's cool. Just don't come back. I get it.
The younger generation, because you want to brainwash them and you want them to be loyal to you forever. Understand it, Dictator 101.
Yeah.
But these older people or these radicals who are like, he's not doing it right. Yeah, cool. You can kill him, kill his whole family.
So here's
I
the
bet.
thing. Hey,
You can-
LA,
so-
here's the thing. Hold on. The thing about that is those radicals, they're not in the country. They're outside the country. Because if you're in the,
Where
they're
my
not in the
people
country
can't
doing
hear
that shit.
him.
Huh?
Perfect. Where my people can't hear him. Perfect. Let him get out the country.
That makes sense.
What's the difference with him being dead and out the country to my people?
I think the problem
They
is
won't know the difference.
I think the problem is what if they just come with the rebellion regardless? People react.
Oh, we kill them.
All right.
We'll kill them.
Okay.
If you're rebelling against me, I'm a dictator first.
What if
But
they're
I'm
but
saying
what if they're outside the country and they're rebelling with more weapons and more shit than you have?
we're going to war regardless,
All right then.
right?
I mean, yeah.
If
I,
the
think that's
United
all-
States,
I feel like that's the only case.
like we're still going.
I mean,
to
in
war.
general, if it's a guerrilla fighting group.
And guess what?
any other-
I'd have more bullets because I didn't waste them on people I killed in my country when they could have just left.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I'm not paying for you to leave. You're either walking or making your own boat and getting the fuck off my country.
There's a plane going out, but you gotta pay for it.
No,
And we pay.
that's my
and
plane.
there's the taxes. Like,
Those are my planes. You can walk with everything you own.
so you telling me no? I will make them pay for my
And now,
plane.
guess who
I will
owns your
make-
house?
I'll make
Me.
them. I will make them pay for the plane because
That'd be a great
at
dictator.
least I'm making money off of you. I'm getting my money back into
Nah.
the country before
You
you
wanted
leave.
to leave? Get the fuck out.
I'm taking some of that money before you leave.
Oh,
You're
and
not-
that diploma you got from North Korea University?
doesn't
Valid.
matter.
denied.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
We ripped up your birth
These are the
certificate.
reasons why niggas ain't dictators.
I'd be a great. I'd be fair.
You probably would be a good
There's a
dictator.
reason niggas were kings and not dictators. That's funny.
Yeah.
So what's the
Pharaohs.
difference between a king and a dictator? There's no difference.
There's
Well,
no
the difference is,
There's no difference.
I mean, there's a loose difference. Kings is more of a it's more of a family thing, more of
So
a
dictator.
nationality thing. If we're talking about England, it's
I
more
mean-
it's more part of the it's more of a nationality thing.
What about
And now
the dictator?
nowadays it's more of a
Dictators-
just a
I think dictators. The difference with that is dictators actually just take the power.
yeah.
Like think about it. Like Napoleon. Napoleon.
Didn't every monarchy start the same way?
Yeah, I'm just saying actually, eventually a monarch becomes a family. If you can keep the family, if you can keep the family aligned, you're a
So,
monarch. But if
you're
you get
telling
a
me
dictator, like
The dictatorship turns into a monarchy.
yeah, I like that answer. I like that answer. Yeah, like you got a butterfly. You
I
got
would
a
disagree with that a
cocoon.
little bit because I think the monarchy has a little bit more loyal presence
After
from a
hundreds of years,
historical
yeah.
standpoint.
People
Yeah.
have no other choice.
I agree with that. After hundreds of years, I do agree with that. Yeah. Because eventually, like, what are you going to do? Go against the country that actually did feed you this whole time?
Because
Did give
once
you a job? Did
you
build your
brainwash
family?
the children and they grow up knowing that
Oh.
you're the supreme
Oh, you're
leader.
good. Yeah.
Your son's now
Don't think about
the
it.
prince.
What's the difference
Oh, yeah.
of the king
There's no
king or
difference.
queen? Yeah, compared to
You can't vote him out.
Yeah,
You can't tell him to leave.
It's just family.
It's
Unless
just faces on the money.
But
Yeah.
there are different. To continue with that, I remember learning in school. There are multiple
Google
different
it.
types of monarchies.
Google.
yeah, sure.
Because
Okay.
like in England, they have a what do you call it? What do we have?
The hierarchical or
Fuck. What do you call it? A
Hierarchy?
democracy.
yeah.
But they still have a king and queen. But that's more for like show at this point.
yeah. Right now, but I'm saying
The
in
prime minister basically runs everything.
base definitions of both words. Like,
You want to look up the actual what Google says the difference is?
what's the difference? Hey Google.
I got a completely separate topic.
What's the difference
from
between a monarchy and a dictatorship?
separate topic?
According to Stark County ESC, in a dictatorship, a ruler or small group with absolute power over the people holds power, often through force. Monarchy is a government in which authority over the people is retained through a trait of allegiance.
So we're right, basically.
I mean, I saw
pretty
no
much.
difference.
Yeah, I don't see no difference.
Like,
from
if
what
you
we
revolt
said
against
to-
the monarchy,
Yeah.
they're going to control you by force.
Yeah, and they'll just go back to being a dictatorship at that moment.
Yeah.
Because that's what people are going
Rerun
to
the
call you.
shit.
Yeah, they'll just call you, hey, you're a dictator. You're acting like a dictator. You're not acting like a monarchy. But in reality, that's just what they always
the
say.
same.
And they just got you brainwashed
I'd
for
be a
like
great
300
king.
years. That's cool.
And in
Oh,
theory, the king is supposed to be supporting the people, and he's supposed to be helping the people. And a dictatorship is mostly doing shit for himself and his.
And you
His
could, look,
people.
real quick, you could
That's
say
fair.
you could be a great king.
The
It's
mindset.
not about that. It's about, okay, you were a great king, but now your son has to walk into these shoes of greatness. Can he
He'd
be
figure
great?
it out.
Can your grandson be great? Can your great grandson be
Nah,
great?
my grandson's
because
Well-
Because then eventually it does become, well, you're not your grandfather.
Well,
and then you
Darren,
just gotta off that person's head for no reason for them.
Oh,
saying
and then
that.
there's a new monarchy. Monarchy.
Yeah.
like you said, Darren, that's one of your jobs as king. I think it's supposed to be, for the most part, in most monarchies, it's the firstborn son. That's your job, to raise him to become the king. That's your job.
Yeah.
He has to take the responsibilities.
What if all he want to do is play Yu-Gi-Oh and play with the dog?
All right, the
Now
other
what
son
else
actually
was
That's the
comes.
thing. It's crazy because back in the day, the problem was that maybe the dad didn't have enough time to get healthy, like stay healthy, as the son was growing up to teach him. Because
Died
you know
at
there was
28.
exactly, there were so many
In
like
the war.
something crazy will always happen. You know, whether it was a famine or something, not famine, a flu or something, just something, right? But now it's like exactly what you just said. You don't, because of everything that's going on today, you don't necessarily have to continue with what your family's doing. You can break it. Like, wasn't it Prince Harry or something like that who got married to,
The black girl.
and they're in Canada now, I'm pretty sure, or something like that. They're done. Like, they're just done with it. I don't blame them.
Yeah, but they left for different reasons. They didn't like how the British tabloids were talking about her. Apparently the British tabloids are like really bad and just talk crazy about people, and she didn't like how they were talking about her, and apparently the Queen and them wouldn't back her up, so they said they don't want to deal with it and just left.
I don't blame them.
The Queen don't know you
can't control
from Paul.
Yeah, you can't control the media and the Queen. Like, yeah.
But some people are really
girl, you're about to be in a royal family. You better get used to this shit.
Well, the funny thing is, I was watching an interview of her talking about it when it was happening, and she was saying when she first started dating dude, all her friends were like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" The British tabloids tear everybody up, and it's really hard to deal with from like a mental standpoint. That's like another level of what do you call it, cyberbullying, like to a different level.
I wouldn't. It's not even.
They warned her about it.
I don't care what the tabloids, what anybody have to say. Usually, I usually don't care what people gotta say, but it would get annoying. I can say
When
that.
she was going through it, I remember I was at Kroger's or something, and a tabloid. It was like, Megan, whatever her name was, wears this designer's name's coat for the second time in 2 weeks. I was like, is this what they're doing? This is what they're spending millions of dollars to print?
People eat that shit
Fashion,
up. That's the problem.
fashion is that important to the royal
Yes.
people. You know what's so funny though? But I guarantee
They'd be mad as hell.
You know what's
'cause I wear the
crazy?
same coat
The
every
person,
day.
the person who writes it is wearing the same shit every day, like the same shoes every day. You feel me? Like, so it's funny. It's funny to say it. It's just so funny, man.
Writing about her wearing a $100,000 coat twice in 2 weeks.
See, that's the thing, bro. If I was her, I would have a Twitter. I'd be like, yeah,
Bruh.
get on
If
my
I had
head.
$100,000 coat, you would see me in that bitch
And the thing
every
is-
time you saw
The
me.
thing is she can't even clap back because they want it from her. They want that from her.
Yeah.
In reality, but y'all trying to bait people all the time, bro.
Don't let me get famous. I will
I'll
retweet
tell.
every tweet I get.
I'm telling you straight up, everything that you got coming back to you.
Not
is-
funny.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh, this one actually is funny.
They'll be like, oh, LA got a
But
big
you know
head.
but you know what? Dollar
You get a
sign.
like.
I'm good.
The ones that's really funny, you'll get a like from me. That's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm
I
good.
grew up in the era of getting roasted. I'm okay
True.
with it.
I mean, yeah, true. But at the same time, when you can't clap back, that's the problem.
She can. She's scared.
It's not
'Cause
even
now
that
But you
she-
don't
she's
blame her.
It's just
But you
not
don't
proper.
blame her.
I had a soft spot for her because I used to watch Suits. So I'm not the person that. Now, would I've gone on
She an
Oprah
actor?
with my white husband and talked about the hardships he had as a prince?
No.
No,
Yeah.
I would not have done that.
I haven't seen that, but
Would I have taken that
that's what
check?
she said. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's good money.
So I can't blame her.
Money's always good.
I can't blame her.
Yeah, I heard, man. Real Rob, where we at, man?
We got 30 seconds.
You said what?
We got 30 seconds.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
We
shit.
took up all your
I
time.
think okay. I think
We
we're
got
gonna
off
have to
topic
look
a
up
little
on that
bit.
a little bit. But hey, Megan, hold your head up.
I did want to ask where you guys are now. Since last week we had the sandwich conversation. Where
I'm
do
still in
you
the same
stand
place.
now, Rob? with sandwiches.
A hot dog is still a taco.
Have you done any more research?
A hot dog's a hot dog, dog. We ain't doing that. That shit was nonsense. that whole chart was nonsense.
A hot dog is still a taco, man.
I'll just ask it.
A burrito is still what they call it.
Did you?
They call it
Because
a
last
taco.
week Rob said he'd come this week with a new standard, a new
Did
way
I
to
say that?
measure
I totally forgot about
You
that.
did say that. You did say that.
I totally forgot about that shit.
Yeah, I'm ready for this new standard.
There's always next week.
There's gonna have a whole like he gonna have at least 8 on
Sandwich.
the top, 8 on the bottom. This is gonna be a sandwich. This is a taco. This is a hot dog.
Calzone. This
If
is
it
a
has
halfway.
like the taco,
This is a gyro.
the taco and the hot dog, the separation is gonna be like it can only have this many ingredients to be a hot dog.
Yeah.
It can only have this many ingredients to be a taco.
Rob, before you close us out, is a gyro, a taco, a sandwich, or a what was it?
What was the last one? It's not a calzone.
Or
It
a
wasn't
sub?
Oh, it's definitely not a sub.
Where's the gyro sit?
It's a Greek food. It's a euro.
A gyro's what?
Why, I don't understand classifying food like this.
All
I
right,
really
I'm
don't.
done. I'm done.
We already have classifications for food. We have meat, wheat, dairy.
It's cool, man. Wrap us up, man. Wrap us up.
But
man.
is it a sandwich? Is it a wrap? Is it a sub? Is it a burrito? Is it a taco?
Everything can't be a taco.
That is a taco.
Is it based on the meat?
We can't just be calling shit tacos.
It's based on the
So
meat.
that's my thing,
Look,
bro. Everything
bro,
can be a taco.
Look, base it off of what that thing said, and it made more
It
sense.
was terrible though.
Taco.
It's literally just basing starch where the
See that.
starch is. I think that's like the worst classification for anything in like ever.
That's
Like,
the
how do
easiest
you-
way to
how
do
do
it, though.
Come back
Go
next
ahead.
week and we're gonna figure it out, Rob.
Oh,
This is gonna be the continuation
The
for the next couple
continuation.
podcasts.
We're gonna change the podcast.
We're gonna make
name
sure
to sandwich or not.
Rob is comfortable by the end of this podcast by classifying sandwiches.
Different sandwiches.
Don't get me started with Kool-Aids. I'm gonna
Different-
really rock your
classifying
world.
different
You know what Kool-Aid's made out of?
What, sugar?
Have you ever put a Kool-Aid packet in water and just drink it?
No.
You got
Because it's
more
not made
sugar.
out of sugar.
I thought it was just.
We'll be back next week.
Flavoring?
We'll
yeah,
be
go
back
ahead.
next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. Go ahead, Rob.
Is it pork?
Is
Go
it
ahead,
pork?
Rob. Don't say that. Don't say that, bro. Wrap us up, man.
No,
I'm
because
about
you
to
know
really
pork
go
be in
look.
Doritos.
Huh?
They got pork in Doritos.
Nah, pork is in some Doritos, man. Wrap us up, man.
All right. Once again, y'all, thank y'all for checking out the podcast. My name is Robert. That's my co-host, LA. That's my other co-host, Darren. We like to thank y'all for listening to the podcast this week. We appreciate it. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
From small to triple XL. All inspired by Ambition gear at inspiredbyambitionpro.com.